Here's a perfect example at the Savoy. The Savoy looks really like it's the only building there. Everything else is a sea of grey. Boom! What the f***? Let's paint the buildings. Like, let's get together. Painting Pana, that's the initiative. Look at this end. Father Matthew, he's so sad because the buildings aren't being taken care of. Boom! Painted again. Incredible, absolutely beautiful. And actually all these details, bar one building, are already there. It's just the paint brings them out, right? The new Cameron Bakery is all of that. Those pillars are there if we go back, right? You can see there's all of that architrave, but it's all painted the same color. It looks so much nicer. It's so much more beautiful, especially because so many of the days are grey. The sky is always grey. Having grey buildings and grey footpaths really does very little to fucking make it a happy place to walk. Patrick Street is so grim. I usually try and avoid it. Not to mention at night, the street lighting is like prison. It's like being in a prison yard. But anyway, maybe that's a topic for another video. Color temperature is very important. But I think I'm the only one who thinks that. The gentleman's quarters. Look, 1833 that was established. It's practically falling down. It's about to celebrate its 200th year, and it looks like it's about to celebrate its 200th year as well. Honestly, all of the detail in that building, boom, beautiful. Look, all we need to do is add some color. This is just paint, right? We're not doing anything here. Maybe specifically with this building, they might need to do a little more than painted. Maybe a bit of plaster as well. But you see the idea, right? If we just came together, and when I say we, I guess I mean the council, right? This is kind of directed at them. But if someone who needed to came together with the building owners and the planners and they said, well, look, here's a plan for Patrick Street. We're going to make it this, beautiful, funky, vibrant thing. It's kind of akin to what they have in Kinsale, right? Kinsale have all of these funky colors. I don't know if that happened organically or if Cork County Council were a part of that. But, however it came to be, it is there and it's very effective. And, trying to emulate this with one of the greyest, dullest streets. Oh my God, so much potential here, right? This Holland and Barrett, oh, a beautiful mural. Of course, why not? The urban fabric is really, really poor, but the buildings themselves are beautiful. But over time, a lot of the attention to detail has been lost because they've just been painted grey. The building at the end, Love Lisa, or I guess it was GameStop. I don't know what Love Lisa is. It's some kind of lingerie place, I hope. But that used to be one building, right? Let's paint that as one building again. It gives it the scale it needs for the streetscape, right? A lot of the buildings, or some of the buildings, yeah, anyway, blah, blah, blah. This building is one of my favorite buildings. It is Art Deco, it's like if you're inside the PAV, but it's on Patrick Street. It's like the inside of the PAV, but on Patrick Street. Anyway, the real problem with this is its color. Nothing accentuates this beautiful Art Deco building until you do. And that, now look at it. My God, this building should be celebrated. It's so beautiful, but it's just lost in the malaise of grey, bland buildings on Patrick Street. Patrick Street cannot just be a retail-only street. It doesn't work. It used to always be the case. I don't know when the decision was made, sometimes in the late 80s, and then it was just retail. Patrick Street needs to really be appreciated in a new way. All by where that Ulster Bank and the French Connection used to be. That's a beautiful space for bars and restaurants, right? There needs to be, the tenants going in there need to be cafes. We need to bring some life back to Patrick Street because it's just a grim place to be after hours. It closes. The first step is painting it. The second step is changing how the tenants are licensed, or changing, I don't know what that word is exactly, but the type of premises needs to be more bars, more cafes, more restaurants. Like I don't want to be in Patrick Street. When I go to town, I don't go to anything on Patrick Street. And if I have to get from one side of the city to the other, I usually avoid Patrick Street. That's the absolute truth. It does very little for me. The color temperature at night of the lights is something obscene. It's like out of a prison, If you're walking down a prison yard, that's all the charm and character that the lights on St. Patrick's Street have. Anyway, I've gone on a huge tangent, but let's call it Saving Pana.